So the next act is introduced very simply, Drooodls.
Turn on.
Okay. So I pulled this year's theme, which is Discover Your Passion. But I'm wondering if anyone remembers last year's theme, which was Dare to be Different. Well, I dared a little bit too much to be different, and I was up on stilts in drag in a hoop skirt, and I got one of the stilts stuck in a gopher hole. My knee was busted. I went flying over backwards. But I still had a great weekend, okay? But I wasn't able to do this piece for the talent show, so in the spirit of Dare to be Different, instead of doing a boring banjo ballad, or a perky piano piece, or a dreary drag performance, I thought I'd do a little... Sorry. Please, I've done enough drag this weekend. I thought I'd do a little spoken word. I hope you like it. This is called Pogo-Stick Princess. My sister Trish got a pogo stick for Christmas just after her 14th birthday. We were not allowed to jump on it in the house, so besides a few tries on the cemented back porch, the pogo stick didn't get much use until spring when the snow had melted around it, lying on its side in the middle of the backyard. Winter wetness had transformed a shiny metal jumping pole into a rusted, weathered piece of scrap metal that would stick and squeak with every jump. My brother Jimmy got the idea to spread some grease on the jumping apparatus so it would spring better. But we were definitely afraid to tamper with any of Daddy's stuff in the garage. So one day, when my mom was sewing down in the rec room of our split-level house, Jimmy and I snuck up to the kitchen and grabbed a half-used tub of margarine instead. We greased her up, and it worked. Soon, Jimmy and I were pouncing up and down in headache-inducing delight. The pogo stick began to work better than it did at Christmas, so Jimmy and I took it to the middle of the cul-de-sac where we had tons of room to pounce around. Forever fond of contests, especially winning them, Jimmy and I invented a sort of pogo stick Olympics where whoever jumped the furthest in one jump won. When we decided to offer a prize for the greatest number of jumps before falling off, Jimmy went first. Incredibly, he jumped a record 37 times before he lost his balance and fell to his left. It was now my turn. I started out with small jumps so I wouldn't lose my balance. I worked up to a steady rhythm of bounces by the time I reached 30. And by the time Jimmy counted 50, his voice getting ever louder and more excited, he decided it was time for me to fall off. Little did he or I know at the time that my sense of balance is impeccable and that I seemingly could pounce forever. Getting a little jealous, he stopped counting in protest. He then tried to make me fall over, either by making me laugh with a familiar quote from Papa, our grandfather, or by jerkily pretending to crash into me with every jump. But I was undaunted. I continued jumping until I counted 173. And by this time, Jimmy had gotten on his bicycle and tried to fake ram me several times with his front tire. But even that wasn't what made me stop. I simply got too tired. I finally hopped off the pogo stick from sheer exhaustion, never from actually having lost my balance. After discovering my newfound passion, I decided to pounce my vanity non-stop into the faces of Trish, Marianne, Jimmy, and all of the neighborhood kids over the next few days. I even decided I'd pogo my way through the entire neighborhood in a self-made marathon, dreamt up just to brag about my ability without ever having to say so. In my mind, I was a princess pronghorn, prancing around with an imaginary tiara, and with Trish beside me in her banana seat bike. Thinking back, I wonder if maybe that's why I've lost all my babysitting jobs leading up to my 14th birthday the following winter. Can I still pogo?
Yes. Can you?
Am I still Lord God Queen of all pogo? Let's find out, shall we?
I asked you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,